वाजिद सर, ये प्लीज खाली करवा दीजिए।
ये रो सर खाली होंगे दोनों।
Procession is lined up outside. Please sit down on your respective seats. Thank you. Those who have given their attendances, please be on their seats. Thank you. Please keep your mobiles on silent modes or switch off your mobiles. Please keep your mobiles on silent mode or switched off.
Hello everyone, good morning. So academic procession is about to start. They are getting ready in a couple of minutes. So there will be a bell that's going to be ring, and that time all of us need to stand up, and we will keep on standing until the finish of the national song. One request please keep your mobile phone on silent mode.
वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्भक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु भक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः शिक्षां व्याख्यास्यामः वर्णस्वरः मात्राबलम् सामसन्तानः नित्युक्तशिक्षाध्यायः सहनौ यशः सहनौ ब्रह्मवर्चसम् अथातस्संहिताय उपनिषदं व्याख्यास्यामः पञ्चस्वधिकरणेषु अधिलोकमधिद्यौतिषमधिविद्यमधिप्रजमध्यात्मम् तामहारगंहिता इत्याचक्षते अथाधिलोकम् पृथिवीपूर्वरूपम् द्यौरुत्तररूपम् आकाशसन्धिः वायुस्सन्धानम् इत्यधिलोकम् अथाधिज्योतिषम् अग्निः पूर्वरूपम् आदित्य उत्तररूपम् आपस्सन्धिः वैद्युतः सन्धानम् इत्यधिज्योतिषम् अथाधिविद्यम् आचार्यः पूर्वरूपम् अन्तेवास्युत्तररूपम् विद्यासन्धिः प्रवचनगम् सन्धानम् इत्यधिविद्यम् अथाधिप्रजम् माता पूर्वरूपम् पितोत्तररूपम् प्रजासन्धिः प्रजननगम् सन्धानम् इत्यधिप्रजम् अथाध्यात्मम् अधराधनुः पूर्वरूपम् उत्तराधनुरुत्तररूपम् वासन्धिः जिह्वासन्धानम् इत्यध्यात्मम् इति महासंहिताः य एवमेतामहारसंहिता व्याख्याता वेद सन्धीयते प्रजया पशुभिः ब्रह्मवर्चसेनान्नाद्येन सुवर्गेण लोकेन यच्छन्दसामृषभो विश्वरूपः छन्दोद्योऽध्यमृतात् सम्बभूव सनेन्द्रो मेधया शृणोतु अमृतस्य देवधारणो भूयासम् शरीरम् मे विकर्षणम् जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभ्याम् भूरिविश्रुवम् ब्रह्मस्कोशोधि मेधया वीरः श्रुतम् मे गोपाय आवगन्ति वितन्वाना कुर्वाणा चेदमात्मनः
वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां शस्यश्यामलां मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी फुल्लकुसुमित द्रुमदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्
Respected Chairperson, Board of Governors, I request you to declare the convocation open.
convocation.
I know, okay. I just say that. I declare the convocation open.
Dr. Gagandeep Kang, Chief Guest of the Convocation, Dr. R. Chidambaram, Chairperson, Board of Governors, members of the Board and the Senate, distinguished guests, alumni, colleagues, proud family members of the graduating students, ladies and gentlemen, and dear graduating students. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome you all to the 54th Annual Convocation of the Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, and to provide you a brief summary of the progress during the last year and our future plans. We are greatly honored to have with us Dr. Kang, who is globally recognized for her significant research contributions in viral infections in children and the testing of rotavirus vaccines. She is the first woman from India to be elected a Fellow of the Royal Society and the second elected to the US National Academy of Medicine. She is the only physician scientist to receive the Infosys Award in Life Sciences. She has worked on the development and use of vaccines for rotaviruses, cholera, and typhoid, conducting large studies to define burden, test vaccines, and measure the impact. Dr. Kang serves as a role model for our young generation. We are delighted to have her with us today, and we eagerly await the convocation address. The last year has been remarkable and eventful for us. This marks the first year when we returned completely to the physical mode, and we emerged out of the shadows of the COVID disruption. I would like to congratulate the graduating class who, after almost 2 years of disruption due to COVID, were able to enjoy the normal IIT Delhi experience, hostel life, traced rendezvous, sports and cultural student activities, and restart our campus traditions. Students, staff, and faculty interacted both in the classroom and outside, and the Hauskas campus was back to its lively pre-COVID days. We had the Student-Teacher Interaction Council dinners in the hostels. We had a large number of high-profile visitors this year. Students and faculty had an opportunity to interact with the Australian Prime Minister, the British Foreign Secretary, the German Defense Minister, Egypt's Information Technology Minister, the Vice President of Venezuela, the UAE Economy Minister and the Education Minister, the US Ambassador, the UNDP Chief, and many more. We had a large number of international and globally recognized distinguished academic speakers, including Nobel laureate Professor Sergei Laroche, Professor Shobha Tole, Professor Raghuram Rajan, and Mr. Amitabh Kant. This slide shows us IIT Delhi as a snapshot in time. We are today 620 faculty members, about 12,700 students, predominantly today postgraduate. We have an annual budget of about 1,400 crores. Roughly 30% of that goes for research. Our faculty and researchers have published about 4,000 journal publications in the last year and 116 patents. And we are also increasing our percentage of women students, and we have, apart from the main campus, we have 2 other campuses, the Sonipat and Jhajjar campus. we have been, we continue to be ranked amongst the top few institutes in the country, and in science and engineering among the top 50 to 100 institutions in the global rankings. We continue on our pathway to achieve excellence in education and research, and made efforts to enhance the societal impact of our research. As an institution of eminence, we are one of the preferred destinations for best students across the country. As you can see on the map, we get students from all over the country, and we have extremely high selectivity at both undergraduate and postgraduate levels. Only a small percentage of the applicants, less than 1%, are successful in getting admissions. The institute is in the midst of a curriculum review. We are trying to make our curriculum more relevant to the changing needs of the country and the world. The curriculum review committee had made a draft and discussed with students and academic units to incorporate flexibility, sustainability, and multidisciplinarity. The next stage for us is to incorporate all these suggestions into individual curriculums in the departments and get extensive external feedback, both from industry and alumni, and that is going to happen over the next year, and we hope to have the new curriculum in place before the next convocation. We have also been supporting national efforts in the implementation of the new education policy, and we had a workshop for the implementation of the National Credit Framework for higher educational universities in the country. In this year's convocation, we are awarding 2,357 degrees, 1,013 graduate degrees and diplomas, 989 postgraduate non-PhD degrees, and 355 PhD degrees. Please remember this 355 PhD degrees is actually since the last convocation. So it's like 355 PhD degrees in the last 9 months. In this convocation, 585 women students are being awarded degrees in the convocation. This is 25%, about 25% of the total. The alumni who are here and the distinguished alumni may remember in their years the percentage of women students. So we have, of course, made rapid strides in this direction, but there is a lot to go. We have a lot to do in this area to achieve gender parity. In this convocation, we have the first graduates of the MTech program in cybersecurity, the MTech in electric mobility, and the MSR in material science and engineering, and the first set of graduates of the Masters of Public Policy. We also have, for the MTech in electric mobility, we have actually state-of-the-art research facilities where we can test from the cells to the batteries, to the battery management systems, to the charging infrastructure. And this is a new domain for us, and it is a domain where we have actually cutting-edge research and fabrication facilities. We are also, this year, we have the first 4 PhD graduates of the joint PhD program of the University of Queensland, IIT Delhi Academy of Research. In this convocation, we are also awarding degrees to 15 international students from Finland, Sierra Leone, Russia, Bangladesh, Rwanda, Sudan, Nepal, Bhutan, and Ethiopia. This year, we started a new MTech in robotics. Today, the institute has 16 departments, 11 centers, 6 schools, and 25 centers of excellence. Since the last convocation, we've added 2 new centers of excellence. One is the GMR Center of Excellence in Energy, and the second one is the Wipro Center of Excellence in Artificial Intelligence. Faculty members are engaged in several research and consultancy projects that lead to publications, patents, and prototypes, and also result in our technology and ideas going out to society. Giving you We are now seeing products and prototypes being licensed and translated through industry and startups. Healthcare, artificial intelligence, machine learning, sustainable energy, climate, advanced materials, 5G, 6G, quantum, smart manufacturing are some of our major research areas. A few sample research outputs are seen here. You have a spintronics-based hardware, a robotic RoboMuse 5 that can lift payloads of up to 100 kgs for industrial production, and a novel next-generation COVID vaccine. We also have the limestone calcined clay cement, which is low carbon and which has been actually tried out in several cement factories across the world. We have developed new state-of-the-art characterization and fabrication facilities at our Hauskas and Sonipat campuses. This includes a recently installed cryo-electron microscope funded by DST's Sati program that will be best in class in the country and will be accessible to researchers across the country. We are happy to announce that the first defense procurement contract has been signed by the Indian Army and the project team of IIT Delhi for the project AI-based satellite image analytics software. It's an R&D project steered and completed by the Indian Army cell at IIT Delhi through the IDEX route. This military academia startup collaboration serves as a new example of how Atmanirbhar Bharat is being worked out at IIT Delhi. We also organized the Industry Day 2022 in December, where we showcased IIT Delhi engagements with industry. We also brought out a book of 80 technologies that are ready for licensing, which was released by our Foundation for Innovation and Technologies Transfer. We organized several outreach events to popularize and enthuse school students for research in STEM fields. We are particularly focused on enhancing women's participation through our initiative for gender equality and sensitization. Some noteworthy initiatives on this front were STEM workshops and research internships for women, a week-long research workshop on artificial intelligence and neuroscience organized with the International Brain Research Organization for 100 women researchers from around the country. IIT Delhi was also recognized by DST as a Gati Achiever for our efforts to promote gender equity. But as I said earlier, we have a long way to go. We are moving in the right direction. Let me now turn to progress in physical infrastructure. We had the 3 hostels which were built last year, but which were occupied this year. And during this year, the 3 new air-conditioned hostels, Dronagiri, Saptagiri, and Sahyadri, were operational. This resulted in mitigating some of the shortage for student accommodation. However, this remains an area for concern, and we plan to create a blueprint for reimagining the campus infrastructure. We would request the help of all of you and our alumni to see how we can better improve our infrastructure and keep it in pace with our aspirations. The Sonipat campus has high-end equipment along with a drone research center, an Earth Observatory, and the Atal Innovation Center, and work is going on full swing on the Sati building. The institute has also initiated work on the 50-acre Jhajjar campus, where a healthcare hub is being developed that will include personalized medicine, patient-specific drug development, medical imaging, and medical implants. We recently had a presentation by our faculty colleagues to the Chief Minister of Haryana, and the Haryana government was quite excited about our plans for the Jhajjar campus. We are moving, for the first time, we are doing a startup outside our country. We are creating a campus in Abu Dhabi. And recently, on July 15th, a memorandum of understanding was signed by the Ministry of Education of India, the Abu Dhabi Education and Knowledge, and IIT Delhi. It was a tripartite MOU signed in the presence of our 2 leaders, so the Honorable Prime Minister of India and the President of the UAE. We have identified a temporary campus, and we are now focusing on doing outreach and making plans so that in 2024, we believe that the IIT Delhi Abu Dhabi campus would be operational. In addition to this, on internationalization, we have 4 international courses conducted for the Ministry of External Affairs in the ITEC scheme. 82 participants from 34 countries. These are several weeks. Sorbonne University and IIT Delhi. We have a number of ongoing MOUs with different universities and research organizations across the world. In the last year, we launched the Sorbonne IIT Delhi Virtual Healthcare Campus. And this was a competitive bid which the Sorbonne and IIT Delhi won, and we are looking at bilateral scientific research, we are looking at joint programs, we are looking at mobility, and so this is another first for us. Our faculty members have excelled on different fronts in teaching and research and have been recognized with several national awards. We had Professor Manju Mohan, Professor Srinath, and Professor Hari Shirani being fellows of the National Academy of Science, Indian Academy of Sciences, the American Society of Mechanical Engineers. Professor Anushri Malik and Professor Vasant Matsagar were awarded the Fulbright Kalam Climate Fellowship. Professor Sarangi, the ACM India Computing Education Awards. We had several other awards which our faculty colleagues have won, and some of them are displayed here. Our young faculty members also were recognized with Early Career Researcher Awards and INSA Young Scientists Awards, and these are a sample of some of these awards. Our staff have also been the backbone of the institute, and our staff members, we recognize the excellence in the staff and with the Sanstan Award, and this is a list of the Sanstan Awards which will be presented on August 15th this year. Our staff also won the 27th Inter-IIT Sports Staff Meet. In this year, we had a new recruitment rule, and we had internal promotions for staff members, for deserving staff members after several years. We are also, 100 staff members got this merit-based promotion. We are also going to be actively recruiting, and we are part of the mission recruitment, so we will be adding to new staff members this year. Our students excelled on several fronts. I'll mention a few. Our student team in the International Genetically Engineered Machine Competition in October last year won the gold medal for their genetically engineered device that detected and controlled lead in waste samples. Anchal Sharma, a PhD researcher from the Department of Design and a Fulbright scholar at MIT, presented her research work on tactile shape perception by the visually challenged to the Prime Minister of India and the First Lady of the US in an NSF-organized event in the US. Pradeep, an MTech student of civil engineering, represented India in the 2023 International Canoe Federation Dragon Boat World Cup, and the team won a bronze medal. We hosted the 55th Inter-IIT Sports Meet along with IIT Roorkee, and our Hauskas campus became a mini games village with 23 IITs participating. For the first time in an inter-IIT meet, we had the electronic touchpad for aquatics and photo finishes in athletics. We are happy to note that our IIT Delhi women's team won the first place amongst all the IITs. And for the first time in the history of our institute, we have a shield, it's called the British Council Shield for the best overall hostel performance, and for the first time this shield was given to a women's hostel, Himadri. Our graduates, our passing out batch, did extremely well in terms of placements, and over 1,400 job offers were given, and this gives you a spectrum of the kind of the recruiters who are there. Alumni are an important stakeholder in the institute. We've had several reunions and alumni meets in our campus in the last year. We've also had alumni meets in Mumbai, Bengaluru, Gurgaon, New York, Boston, Silicon Valley, and Dubai. In the last year, we received alumni donations of rupees 52 crores. Apart from funds, alumni have generously devoted time for mentorship, advice, lectures, and helped the institute immensely. We continue to look to alumni for support, guidance, and advice. All our alumni are special to us, and it is always a tricky business to choose amongst them for the distinguished alumni. The distinguished alumni that we have selected today are a truly select group. I would take this opportunity to congratulate the distinguished alumni awardees. We are proud of your achievements, and you serve as role models for our graduates to emulate. I would like to congratulate all the prize winners. Your hard work and sincerity has paid off. I'd like to also congratulate all the parents of the graduating students, and I would like to thank you for having given us the trust to take care of your students over the last 4 to 5 years. Congratulations to the entire graduating batch. We have enjoyed having you on the campus, and as you join the legacy of the 58,000 alumni, we now will, with this graduating batch, we will cross 60,000. It's usually customary for me to provide a few words of advice. As you step out of your comfort zone of the IIT Delhi campus and go into the world outside, remember the world outside is not going to be as understanding as the IIT Delhi faculty members. You would have to have a little bit more of discipline, of adhering to time schedules, but we have equipped you with the skill sets and the abilities. And please remember that your journey of learning now begins. You will continue to learn as you apply your skills and knowledge to new problems. Please have the humility to understand what are the problems of reality, what are the issues and concerns of stakeholders, and please have the confidence to think for yourself and use your judgment and your knowledge to make a difference in society. Please have the courage of your convictions, and if you find that what your views are different from the conventional view, please stick to it, convince others, and then bring about change. Please remember the oath that you take today commits you to have honesty and integrity in everything that you do. It is not enough to chase success at any cost. It is important to do the right thing in the right way. I join my colleagues in wishing you good health, happiness, and success. We hope that you will fulfill the vision of the Institute and help us to become the pride of all Indians. Jai Hind. Respected Chairperson, I request you to deliver your address and introduce the Chief Guest.
Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Gagandeep Kang, Professor Rangan Banerjee, Director of IIT Delhi, distinguished members of the Senate, faculty and staff of IIT Delhi, invitees, guests, I'm sure there are some parents also, and friends. On behalf of the Board of Governors, it gives me immense pleasure to extend a very cordial welcome to our chief guest of this function. Professor Gagandeep Kang has many academic honors to her credit. She is a leading academician, and apart from being an FRS and a fellow of the U.S. National Academy of Sciences, Dr. Gagandeep Kang is the only physician scientist to receive the Infosys Award in Life Sciences. Professor Kang has worked on the development and use of vaccines, as you heard from the director just now, rotaviruses, cholera and typhoid, and she has shown that infections in early life impact nutrition, future growth and cognitive development of children. So it's very important to prevent these infections occurring at a young age. We heard the directors report impressive statistics from academic achievements to achievements of alumni, and the IIT system, as I have often said, has a very high global brand equity. And among the IITs, IIT Delhi is ranked among the top. I am not an IIT graduate. Don't think I failed the IIT entrance exam. When I started my undergraduate education, there was no IIT. So don't count my age because of that. Huh? Stop your arithmetic at the moment. I'm very happy to see the high rankings of IIT Delhi by various institutions in the overall category of the NIR of India rankings released in June 2023. IIT Delhi featured among the top 3 educational institutions in the country, improving this last year's 4th rank. They have gone up by 1 position. I hope you keep on going up to number 1. Of course, we have excellent experimental facilities in IIT Delhi, leading research workers in various advanced research areas, and so all this plus the quality of the faculty will, I'm sure, help IIT Delhi to keep advancing. And among the facilities, I am very impressed by our central library, which I understand has implemented RFID technology and advanced features for self-check-in, check-out, kiosks, book drop boxes, workstations, and people traffic counting. That's correct, what I'm saying? And it's extended its collection with 1,547 printed books, and has also adopted the open source e-source management research and management software Coral. Not many libraries have this kind of software. The research infrastructure has expanded, and I'm particularly happy to see acquisition of new instruments like fast protein, liquid chromatography in chemical engineering, laser writer for lithography, also in the Department of Chemical Engineering, a GPU computing cluster and storage server for Genome India project the Department of Biotechnology and Biochemical Engineering. There is high-intensity X-ray diffraction system, which is close to my own research area, with robotics for biomolecular structure determination and UV microscope accessories in the Kusuma School of Biological Sciences and so on. There are plenty of others. I'm not giving all these. And these instruments are expected to enhance the research capabilities in IIT Delhi and also facilitate advanced studies and experiments in the various departments. The Industrial Research and Development Unit at IIT Delhi has initiated interdisciplinary research and technology development programs, and I am very happy to see that these have been aligned with the national missions in areas like healthcare, energy, climate and environment, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and the quantum mission. IIT Delhi has expanded its presence within India, you heard from Director just now, by establishing campuses in Sonipat and Jhajjar. And at Jhajjar, IIT Delhi aims to establish a cutting-edge hub focusing on various aspects of healthcare technology and also sports performance enhancement. See, I've looked at the fact that why don't we win medals? All the guys who are winning more Olympic medals, all those athletes are backed by biomechanics research, helping them to improve their performance. And I think you are more or less a pioneer in this area, and hopefully our athletes, when they go to the Olympics and all that, will make use of the facilities. Within outskirts, I'm very happy to see that IIT Delhi has continued to expand its infrastructure in the main campus. The Office of Accessible Education has also focused on ensuring infrastructure accessibility for students and disabilities through audits and collaborations with the Infrastructure and Design Department. During the year, IIT Delhi has also undertaken several major high-value research projects. Development of large area silicon heterojunction solar cells, sponsored. See, we talk about sun being available so much of the time in India, but most of the solar cells are imported. And I think IIT Delhi can take a lead now to make sure that all the solar cells that we need are made in this country. And then this GMR, Center of Excellence for New Energy Technologies, and design and development of a prototype unit for the comprehensive ocean area surveillance technology, which is sponsored by the Ministry of Defense. See, finally, young people, you must read the advice that comes, not only from this platform, of course. You must listen to Professor Kang, I'm not meaning that. But from great people, scientists, and great people who have lived in the past. Let me give you two quotes from Swami Vivekananda and Albert Einstein. Swami Vivekananda said, and I quote, he is an atheist who does not believe in himself. The old religion said that he was an atheist who did not believe in God. All you young guys, have self-belief. Of course, not only in yourself, but in your country. Of course, the shades of Advaita Vedanta here, which I will not but go into. Albert Einstein, and I quote, most people think it is the intellect that makes a great scientist. They are wrong. It is the character. Of course, you must have intellect, otherwise you can't advance. But character involves integrity, the kind of desire to help other people. So as you go out with this high quality education which IIT Delhi has provided you, also maintain what Einstein has said about character. Now let me conclude by saying India is in a growth path. India is not stoppable. That's not the question. Young people like you should accelerate the development. India will grow with or without our help. And some of the people here will become leaders of the future India, and they should concentrate. Our Delhi Chief Minister is IIT Delhi. Arvind Kejriwal is from where? IIT Kharagpur. Anyway, one of the IITs.
His children are from IIT.
Huh?
His children are studying.
No, I'm not talking of politicians only. You need leaders in every field, and many of them are coming from the IITs and also particularly from IIT Delhi. We need it to accelerate, as I mentioned, India's growth process. So let me conclude by welcoming Professor Gagandeep Kang again and wish you all young people the best in your future careers as you go forward with self-belief, optimism, and passion. Thank you and Jai Hind. I am very happy to now request Professor Gagandeep Kang to give the convocation address. Thank you.
So good morning. Dr. Chidambaram, Dr. Banerjee, members of the Senate, members of the faculty of IIT Delhi, parents, alumni, students or graduates. I am really honored to have the opportunity to speak to you today. So, being a student is not always the best time in the world, but when you finish, it's wonderful because you look back and all of the struggles that you've had have really been worth it. You are now ready to go out into the world. You've received an education from one of the best institutions in India and the world. IIT graduates have changed the world already in many ways. And you are really privileged because you created a lot of these opportunities for yourselves. You were given some, but you wouldn't be here if you had not created opportunities for yourselves. That has equipped you with the tools that are going to help you to build your lives. And by the way, if you can change society, do that also. Your alma mater is a really special place in its location, in its faculty, in the environment that it creates for you. Its vision statement is phenomenal. Its vision is to contribute to India and to the world through excellence in scientific and technical education and research, to be a source of pride for all Indians, and to be a resource for society. In other words, you are called on to excel and to serve. That is something that really resonates with me because 42 years ago, before India was so well connected by planes, my father and I took a train to Vellore because I had been called for the interview to the Christian Medical College in Vellore. And this was an institution that has as its motto, not to be ministered unto, but to minister. In other words, to serve. My father was in the Indian Railways. Both of my grandfathers had worked for the government. This was pre-independence India. So my family came across in the partition, settled in Punjab and in Himachal Pradesh as refugees, and we built ourselves back up. But in the discussions that we had, the idea of pride in India, the need to be of service to our country was very deeply ingrained. In my parents' generation, there was no one in our families that didn't work for the defense forces, for government in different ways. Now, because my father was in the railways, we got transferred around a lot, and that meant I did not have domicile in any state. That's a bit of a problem in our country. So that meant that I had to go to a college that did not have reservations that were based on geography or on different categories. So I wound up writing lots and lots of entrance exams, and that landed me with the interview in CMC Vellore and a few other places. So I moved around a lot. Most of my education had been in Bihar, UP, and Bengal, but I had never been as far south as Tamil Nadu. And so to land up there on the train and see these girls in pavadas, see the men actually cycling around, walking around, the bulk of them in lungis, that was an unfamiliar environment. But then, they had this option where you could stay in the hostel during the interviews, which meant that you actually interacted with the students during 3 full days of interviews. That doesn't happen because of NEET and other policies now. But what it exposed me to was what the student community was like in an institution that accepted people from all over India. Much like IIT Delhi, I discovered that students came from different parts of the country. And even though the name of the college was the Christian Medical College, there were lots of us who, like me, were not Christians. Over the 3 days of interviews, conversations with the faculty, conversations with students in the hostel, I felt like even though this is a completely different part of the country, it's something I have not grown up with, this is still an institution that truly intends to serve people and to serve our country. So I got into CMC, I did my MBBS, had a wonderful time as a student, then tried to come to Delhi, spent some time at AIIMS, and then decided to go back to Vellore. Did an MD in microbiology there. CMC is an unusual medical college because it is a private, unaided minority institution, and private institutions usually get a bad reputation. But this is one that was actually established in 1900 to serve Indian women. And in 1918, it started to educate Indian women in medicine. The nursing started first, and by 1918, they were educating Indian women to become licensed medical practitioners. In 1947, they finally decided that men could be admitted as well. But essentially, the students came from all over India, and the idea is you receive a subsidized education. The fee is 3,000 rupees rupees a year. And the idea is you go back home and you serve wherever you came from. So that's what our students do. Service is the most important component of what you take away from that institution. In medicine, usually service is thought of as looking after patients, solving their problems through medical management or through surgery. And as happens, there is always a hierarchy. So, if you think about high-flying people who have qualified in medicine, you think of neuroscientists, cardiovascular surgeons, cardiologists. I skipped past all of that and decided that what I was going to work on was a problem that is very common to all Indians. I cannot imagine that there is anybody in this room that has not encountered the problem that I worked on. It's called very politely or discreetly enteric infectious diseases, but to be blunt about it, I have spent the last 32 years working on diarrhea in Indian children. It's actually been an incredible journey. These are problems that are ignored by the West that has solved these problems. They continue to exist in our environment, and over these 32 years, I've learned how difficult it is to accurately measure even a common disease, how little we know after decades of effort, and the importance of building bridges between basic, applied, and translational sciences to be able to solve problems, how important it is to have teams, to have collaborations, and then to move beyond science to policy and communication if you really want to make a change in the world. Through this journey, I had the opportunity of working with the best scientists in India, including Dr. M.K. Bhan, who had a base in IIT Delhi, and was the person who took forward the first vaccine to be developed completely in India. From a base in CMC Vellore, small town in southern India, I had the opportunity to work with the government of India, with the World Health Organization, with international research funders from the UK, the US, and Europe. What we did differently was to marry the community and science. We worked with, we learned from the communities in Vellore, the children who joined our studies while their mothers were still pregnant, and we learned a lot from them that we were able then to use to mitigate the damage that results from diarrhea. You referred to the delays in cognition, and it seems crazy, but having lots of infections in early childhood means that your IQ can drop by as much as between 10 and 20 points. Imagine what that does for the economic capital of this country and why it's so important that we address infections in early life. Along the way, we also tested vaccines. We were able to work on developing vaccines. And now I can look back and say that the vaccines that we worked on saved the lives of 30,000 Indian children every year. So if we think about service, all of the people that worked on vaccine development, that worked on research, we didn't do the traditional treatment of patients, the surgeries, but we served. And these vaccines that were developed in India are going to Africa and to the Middle East, and I heard recently that they may be in Latin America soon as well. So it is the work of Indian scientists and Indian companies that are providing tools to benefit the world. This is just one example of what is possible from a base in India. You have the tools, the power of science and technology, and science has solutions to offer for many of the problems we face in society. And the fact that you have received a really high quality education and training from IIT Delhi comes with the responsibility of using your skills for service. When we think about the evolving landscape of our world, science and technology have played an instrumental role in shaping human progress, whether it's conquering diseases or exploring the cosmos, from communicating across borders to providing sustainable energy solutions. Science is a beacon of hope. It is a catalyst for change and a driver of innovation. As graduates of IIT, you are part of a lineage that has changed the world for the better, and I'm confident that you will find a way to be of service. Next, I want to talk to you about living your life according to the principles of science. The scientific method emphasizes evidence-based inquiry and rigorous testing. It's not just confined to laboratories or research papers. It can actually be a guiding philosophy for how you approach life's challenges. Start asking questions, don't stop. The spirit of curiosity is what drives science and change. Approach every problem, whether it is personal or societal, with an inquisitive mind. Ask why things are the way they are. Ask about how you can understand the situation that you're in. Challenge assumptions. Embrace uncertainty, because uncertainty, not knowing, is where we get new knowledge and new discoveries from. So in every aspect of your life, make sure you have evidence before you make decisions. Don't make decisions quickly, and make sure that you question your beliefs if they are not backed by evidence. Be open to different perspectives and be willing to adjust your views based on the evidence at hand. This approach leads to better decision making, but also promotes intellectual humility and gives you the opportunity for growth. When we were working on our studies on rotavirus in the community, there were actually 2 vaccines in development. And the findings that we had told us that one of those vaccines was unlikely to work. We tried to present this information to the global scientific community, and it was not very well received. So for about 4 years, we were ostracized, but we kept looking at our data again and again and again, always came to the same conclusion that the vaccine would not work. Turned out after 4 years, we were finally vindicated. So standing up for science is not easy, but without it, we really build on a foundation of sand. That's why integrity is indispensable in the pursuit of science and in life. It has to guide our actions, and we need to be honest, not just with others, but also with ourselves. We have to be willing to admit when we make mistakes and to learn from them. When you want to pursue truth, it requires honesty, even when the truth is inconvenient or uncomfortable. IIT Delhi has a long-standing tradition of producing outstanding alumni, and they have excelled in many, many fields. They've made significant contributions to India and to the world. So this culture of rigor, of dedication, of pursuit of excellence has become the hallmark of an IIT graduate. As you enter the next phase of your life, hold on to this legacy of a scientific culture and let it inspire you in all that you do. Finally, what I'd like to do is address a crucial aspect of personal and professional progress. I was very impressed with what you have for ICE and your LGBTQ week that you've had. It's nice to see that inclusion. It is necessary for us to engage with diversity and contributions, whether it is gender or language or culture or economic background. If we look at all of these communities, they have tended to be excluded and to be underrepresented in STEM fields, and I'm really glad to see that this has begun to change, because diversity is what fosters creativity and leads to more comprehensive problem solving. You know, biology, social constructs all lead to this famous leaky pipeline. But if I look back at my own research group, we've had plenty of weddings, babies, people having all kinds of issues, needing to take time off. But if you can be a little bit flexible, then my students, my colleagues who came back after the period that we offered them, they've come back and become outstanding researchers in their own right. The women are as strong as the men. All we need to do is to recognize that needs differ and that just a little accommodation can go a very long way and always pays off in the long run. Science and humanism that acknowledges the criticality of diversity can be very powerful allies for us in our quest for a better world. We have to embrace evidence-based decision-making, but also remember that different views of the world are important, and the human touch is critical in all that we do. We must use our knowledge and expertise to address not only technical challenges, but also human ones. The more dimensions we encounter, the wider our worldview, the clearer it is that empathy, kindness, and compassion are just as essential as equations and algorithms. As we witness rapid advances in science and technology, we are presented with immense opportunities for good. The power of AI, of biotechnology, of renewable energy hold the potential to solve pressing global challenges today. But we also have to be sure that sometimes some technologies can threaten to create inequity in society. For example, the digital divide already does this. The past few years have shown us the benefits of science and technology come most rapidly to those who have built the strongest foundations. India may not be a wealthy country, but we have invested over decades in providing the resources to institutions of higher learning to ensure that we can provide world-class knowledge and training across a range of specializations in STEM. As you move forward in your journey, embrace the responsibility that comes with your education. Remember that this is a gift from the people of India to you. Carry with you these three thoughts: the importance of service, the scientific approach to life, and the crucial nature of diversity and empathy. They will give you the conviction to use your education for the greater good and build the spirit of science, the passion for inquiry, and the willingness and desire to work with and support inclusion. Embrace challenges that come to you with curiosity, approach life with a scientific mindset, and let evidence and integrity guide your path. You can shape the future. It needs to be not just technologically advanced, but also compassionate, just, and more equitable than the world that we have today. There are lots of challenges. They are daunting, but you have education, you have intelligence, you have role models that have shown you the importance of the passion for science. You are equipped to find the solutions that will make the world a better place. Congratulations once again, and may you lead lives that will make your alma mater and your country proud of you, and touch the hearts and souls of those you encounter along the way. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Respected Chairperson, I would request you to present a small memento on our behalf to our Chief Guest. Let the Distinguished Alumni Awards and the Graduates of Last Decade Awards of IIT Delhi for the year 2022-23 be conferred. The Distinguished Alumni Awards of IIT Delhi for the year 2022 and 2023 have been conferred on Professor Ashutosh Agarwal in absentia, Professor Aarti Gupta in person, Mr. Pawan Kumar Jain in absentia, Dr. Gurtej Singh Sandhu in person, Dr. Nalin Shingal in person. Professor Ashutosh Agarwal in absentia. Professor Ashutosh Agarwal received his B.Tech in Electrical Engineering from IIT Delhi and Masters and PhD in Electrical Engineering from Ohio State University.
He is currently a chair professor of engineering and department chair of electrical and computer engineering at Rice University. His research focuses on developing new wireless technologies and novel digital health medical devices and algorithms. He co-invented a new communication technology called full duplex that can double internet speeds and is now adapted in next generation products. He co-invented open source software defined radios that started a new product category. He has also co-invented multiple digital health medical devices for asthma care, assisting surgeries and intensive care. Professor Sabharwal is the recipient of 2017 IEEE Jack Mee Baba Award and 2018 IEEE Communication Society Award, 2019 and 2021 ACM SIG Mobile Test of Time Awards, and 2019 ACM Community Contribution Award. Professor Sabharwal has published more than 250 research articles and holds 19 patents. His research has led to multiple startups, and he is also a co-founder of Cognita Labs. He is a fellow of IEEE, he is a fellow of ACM, and also National Academy of Inventors. In honoring Professor Ashutosh Sabharwal, IIT Delhi recognizes the outstanding contributions made by him to the field of teaching and research. Through his achievements, Professor Sabharwal has brought glory to the name of the institute. Next we have Professor Aarti Gupta in person. Professor Aarti Gupta obtained her BTech in Electrical Engineering from IIT Delhi. She obtained an MS in Computer Engineering from RPI and her PhD in Computer Science from Carnegie Mellon University. She is currently a professor at the Department of Computer Science at Princeton University. Earlier she worked at NEC Laboratories America in Princeton. Aarti's research revolves around formal methods and programming languages, focusing on logic-based techniques and analyzing complex computer systems. Aarti's research addresses how to check the correctness of software systems by using mathematical techniques that can prove rigorous guarantees about their safety, security, and reliability, and how to do this at a scale for large industry-strength software. Her work has led to significant intellectual as well as practical impact. She has been at the forefront of advancing the logic theoretic foundations of formal verification and their applications in several domains, which include software, hardware, networks, with her journals receiving several awards in leading conferences and journals. While at NEC Labs, she led pioneering efforts for software verification that was among the first worldwide industry efforts to verify large software projects. Aarti serves on the steering committee of computer-aided verification, the premier conference in formal verification. In 2015, she co-founded an annual mentoring workshop, VMW, that encourages graduate students, particularly women and students from underrepresented groups, to pursue research careers in verification. Aarti was recognized as an ACM Fellow in 2017 for contributions to system analysis and verification techniques and their transfer to industrial practice. In honoring Professor Aarti Gupta, IIT Delhi recognizes the outstanding contributions made by her to the field of teaching and research. Through her achievements, Dr. Gupta has brought glory to the name of the institute. So may I request Professor Aarti Gupta to say a few words.
Respected Chairman, Board of Governors, Director, Dr. Kang, faculty, students, and friends. Congratulations to the graduating class who are soon to become IIT alumni. Although it may take time to sink in, believe me, the rest of your life will forever be impacted by this. IIT Delhi certainly had a huge impact on me, and that is why this award is so special and so meaningful for me. A big thank you to IIT Delhi for this honor. Being at IIT was inspiring in innumerable ways. The most enduring lesson for me was the pursuit of excellence. It was evident in the masterful teachers like Professor Anshul Kumar and Professor B.N. Jain, in my case, who developed a rigorous curriculum that built strong foundations. It was evident in the cohort of super smart batchmates who challenged me to think clearly and persuasively. It was evident also in my Kailash hostel, where warm, emotional nourishment to battle stresses of all kinds led to lifelong friendships. The excellence at IITD opened the doors for me to a career in research and teaching, where I found joy in discovery and in passing that passion to the next generation. I wish the same for you, that the pursuit of excellence brings you joy in your chosen field and leads to good in the world, be it in science, technology, business, entrepreneurship, government service, or politics. I'd like to dedicate this award to my parents and thank my husband and my daughters and my brother for their boundless love and support. Best wishes to you all, my IIT family, and thank you.
Mr. Pavan Kumar Jain in absentia. Mr. Pavan Kumar Jain received Bachelor of Chemical Engineering in year 1972 from IIT Delhi. Soon after his graduation, Mr. Jain joined his family business and in following years played a leading role in diversifying into various businesses, including industrial gases, fluorochemicals, cryogenic engineering, renewable energy, and multiplexes. Currently, Mr. Jain is chairman of Inox Group of Companies. Inox Air Products Private Limited is India's largest industrial and medical gas manufacturers with over 50 manufacturing facilities spread across the country. Inox Air Products played a very pivotal role during COVID crisis, where it supplied medical oxygen to more than 1,000 hospitals in the country. A second major company under the leadership of Mr. Jain is Inox India Limited, which is the largest manufacturer of cryogenic equipment and operates 3 manufacturing facilities in India with more than 30 years of experience in offering solutions for cryogenic equipment for industrial gases, LNG applications, and liquid hydrogen. Under the leadership of Mr. Jain, Inox India has been involved in executing many prestigious projects in the area of cryogenics. For ISRO at Sriharikota and Space Application Center, his company has done many turnkey projects in Europe, which include International Fusion Research Reactor in France. PVR Inox is the third company chaired by Mr. Jain, which is the largest multiplex cinema chain in the country with over 1,700 screens spread across 150 cities. With an annual revenue of 12,000 crores, Inox Group employs more than 15,000 people nationwide. Mr. Jain is also a trustee in several family-owned charitable trusts and is actively involved in the group's CSR activities with a particular focus on education, health, women's empowerment, and water conservation projects. In honoring Mr. Pavan Kumar Jain, IIT Delhi recognizes his contributions to entrepreneurship. Through his achievements, Mr. Jain has brought glory to the name of the institute. Dr. Gurtesh Singh Sandhu Dr. Sandhu received his MTech degree in electrical engineering from IIT Delhi and a PhD in physics at University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill in 1990. Dr. Gurtesh Sandhu is a senior fellow and vice president of technology development at Micron Technology. In his role, he is responsible for Micron's end-to-end R&D technology roadmaps from silicon to package. The scope includes driving cross-functional alignment across various departments and businesses to proactively identify technology gaps and managing engineering organization to resource and execute and developing innovative technology solutions for future memory scaling. Dr. Sandhu's responsibilities include driving state-of-the-art methodologies to help develop complex technologies faster and more efficiently and managing interactions with research consortia around the world. Dr. Sandhu is widely recognized as a leading expert in broad range of process technologies for IC processing and has pioneered and implemented several innovations currently employed in mainstream semiconductor chip manufacturing worldwide. He holds over 1,300 US patents and is recognized as one of the top inventors of the world. Dr. Sandhu is a fellow of IEEE. In 2018, he received IEEE Andrew S. Gray Award for Outstanding Contributions to Silicon CMOS Process Technology. In honoring Dr. Gurtesh Sandhu, IIT Delhi recognizes his contributions to the field of research and corporate leadership. Through his seminal achievements, Dr. Sandhu has brought glory to the name of the institute. May I request Dr. Gurtesh Singh Sandhu to say a few words.
Thank you, all dignitaries and also all the faculty and all the selection committee members for giving me this honor and also actually giving me an opportunity to attend my first convocation. I've all collected all my formal degrees through mail and never really attended a convocation in my life. And one of the reasons I wanted to come back here was to tell you a story about how my experience at IIT Delhi shaped my career and led me to a quest which has resulted in where I am today. Here I had several faculty which influenced me. I will not name any because whoever I name, somebody else will not be happy about it, but they all really influenced me in a way. I made a lot of friends. Some of them are sitting here. We had those lifelong stories, and as the director was saying, as a student, you may think your life is pretty hard, but when you graduate, then you remember those days as fond memories. So treasure this time you had as a student. But one of the most important influences I had in my life was to see my first mainframe computer on this campus. During those days, we had IBM 370, I think. That was the only mainframe computer in India because of the export controls, which I got to see, and I got to work on it. And that shaped my direction. That's when I decided that this is a technology space I think I want to go work on. Gave me focus, and I continued my journey in that direction. And one of my other lifelong dreams at the time was that we will bring this chip technology back to India. And it had its spurts and moments. Finally, it is a really happy time for me to announce, or to state, actually not announce, that the company I work for recently announced making mainstream packaging manufacturing in India. So this is the first time a mainstream company actually is coming back to India and making some parts of the chips. Personally for me, it's been a quest which took me to a place which I never thought I would go. And it has made me work on technology which actually has influenced everybody, and the technology and the solutions and the innovations that I was able to work on are sitting in all of your pockets now. So the chips we make, in every person is touched everybody's life in ways which I could never really imagine when I started at IIT. So in a way, this has been a journey which absolutely was started at IIT Delhi. If I was not, I had not attended IIT Delhi, I would not be doing this today. And the director mentioned, have your courage for your convictions. It's so true. When you're working on technology or anything in life, change is inevitable. You are agents of change. You're from the best elite institutions. In your life, you're meant to make some type of a change. To make a change takes courage of your convictions. But you also have to make sure you drive those convictions based on data, based on facts. And you also have to have the courage to admit when you're wrong. And then, but keep pushing for change, never give up. Thank you.
Dr. Nalin Shingal. Dr. Nalin Shingal completed his B.Tech Electrical Engineering from IIT Delhi in 1985 and postgraduate diploma in management from IIM Kolkata in 1987. He has been a Commonwealth Scholar with PhD in Transport Economics from University of Leeds. He is currently the Chairman and Managing Director of BHEL, a public sector company and one of India's largest engineering and manufacturing organizations. Under his leadership, BHEL is currently undertaking a multi-dimensional transformational strategy for making the company a future-ready global engineering organization. Earlier in his career, spanning over 30 years, he has undertaken various assignments in private sector, public sector, and government. He joined the Indian Railway Traffic Service in 1989 and worked in operations, commercial, marketing, and long-range infrastructure planning functions of Indian Railways. In addition to BHEL, he has worked with many organizations which include Concor, IRCTC, Central Electronics Limited, and Heavy Engineering Corporation, including over 16 years at a board and a CEO level. During his tenure at IRCTC as a director, he was responsible for setting up the entire tourism vertical of IRCTC. He led the increase in e-ticketing from 20,000 to 5 lakhs per day. As CEL's chairman and managing director, he was instrumental in transforming the company from sick to a profit-making company. In honoring Dr. Nalin Shingal, IIT Delhi recognizes his contributions to corporate leadership and the government and public service sector. Through his achievements, Dr. Shingal has brought glory to the name of the institute. May I request Dr. Nalin Shingal to say a few words.
Dr. Chidambaram, Dr. Kang, Professor Banerjee, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a humbling experience for me to be honored by my alma mater, an alma mater which has given me so much. It is 38 years since I left this institution, since I left IIT Delhi, but IIT Delhi never left me. The 4 years in this institution has probably been one of the most memorable phases of my life. And what I learned here, which is way beyond the principles of engineering, has served me in every phase of my life. I am truly grateful to the institution and to all those who have helped make me what I am today. My teachers, my guru, my colleagues, friends, family, and my wife who has stood by me through thick and thin these 32 years. I'm truly grateful, and I wish the graduating batch all the best and all success. Thank you.
The graduates of last decade Gold Awards of IIT Delhi for the year 2022-2023 have been conferred on Ayush Jain in absentia and Dr. Anand Govindrajan in person. Dr. Ayush Jain is currently serving as an assistant professor in computer science department in Carnegie Mellon University. He graduated in 2013 from IIT Delhi with a dual degree in electrical engineering and received his PhD in computer science from the University of California at Los Angeles. He was also a postdoctoral fellow at NTT Research. Dr. Jain's research interests lie in cryptography and its general interplay with theoretical computer science. His most notable contribution is the method of obfuscate computer programs, what is referred to as an indistinguishability obfuscation scheme, whose security is based on well-studied hard problems in computer science. His research has been recognized with the Best Paper Awards at STOCK 2021 conference and the ACM Dissertation Award in 2022. Dr. Jain is also a recipient of Google PhD Fellowship in Security and Privacy in 2018. In honoring Dr. Ayush Jain, IIT Delhi recognizes his contributions to teaching and research. Through his achievements, Dr. Jain has brought glory to the name of the institute. Next, we have Dr. Anand Govindrajan. Dr. Anand Govindrajan received his BTech degree in chemical engineering from Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi in 2013. Later, he completed his master's and PhD degrees from MIT. He was a postdoctoral researcher at Princeton University prior to joining as an assistant professor in the Department of Chemical Engineering at the Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru. Dr. Anand's research focuses on combining quantum chemical and classical mechanical simulations with machine learning to design nanomaterials for sustainable separations and electrocatalytic conversion processes. His work is focused on varied applications such as seawater desalination, carbon dioxide reduction in fuels, and electrochemical water splitting. He is also a recipient of several honors, including the Infosys Young Investigator Award, the Carbon Nanomaterials Graduate Student Award from American Institute of Chemical Engineers, the Rosemary Woswitz Award from MIT School of Chemical Engineering, and the Institute Silver Medal, and the Amit Garg Memorial Ethical Leadership Award from IIT Delhi. Dr. Anant has authored 39 scientific publications in prestigious and high-impact journals and has delivered more than 25 invited talks at various venues in India and the world. Dr. Anant was also invited to the 2023 class of influential researchers by the American Chemical Society's Industrial and Engineering Chemistry Research Journal, and also served as guest editor for ACS Engineering Journal. In honoring Dr. Anand Govindrajan, IIT Delhi recognizes his contributions to teaching and research. Through his achievements, Dr. Anand has brought glory to the name of the institute. May I request Anant to say a few words.
Morning, everyone. To Director Professor Banerjee, Dr. Gagandeep Kang, the Chief Guest, and Dr. Chidambaram, Chairman, Board of Governors, all my professors and the graduating students and alumni and their families. I'm deeply honored and grateful to be receiving this honor from my alma mater, IIT Delhi. And this was an institution where I spent one of the 4 best years of my life. It was a great time, and the extent of personal and professional development that I underwent here is immeasurable in any words, but it has helped me navigate my life then and now, and I'm very thankful to all my professors and teachers at IIT Delhi for that. Now, to all the graduating students, congratulations and best wishes to all of you as you embark on your careers. I hope you had a great time here and you will take the teachings from this great institute forward. And my wish is that IIT Delhi continues to educate and nurture many minds for the benefit of the country and for the world. At this juncture, I'd like to thank my family members, parents, wife, brother, and grandparents and extended family for all the support and help they've given me over all these years. Thank you so much for this honor. I am greatly indebted to the IIT Delhi. Thank you.
That the candidates for degrees and diplomas be presented.
Respected Director, I present to you the following candidates who have qualified to receive their respective degrees and diplomas since the last convocation held in November 2022. 355 candidates for the award of degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, 40 candidates for the award of degrees of Master of Science by Research, 72 candidates for the award of degrees of Master of Technology in various interdisciplinary programs, 3 candidates for the award of degrees of Master of Technology under Advanced Standing, 98 candidates for the award of degrees of Master of Technology and Bachelor of Technology in dual degree programs, 448 candidates for the award of degrees of Master of Technology, 22 candidates for the award of degrees of Master of Design, 148 candidates for the award of degrees of Master of Business Administration, 217 candidates for the award of degrees of Master of Science, 21 candidates for the award of degrees of Master of Public Policy, and 17 candidates for the award of PG Diploma of the IIT Delhi in Naval Construction, 900 candidates for the award of degrees of Bachelor of Technology, and 16 candidates for the award of Diploma of IIT Delhi.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chairperson of the Senate of the Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, I hereby admit the duly qualified candidates listed in the scroll for the respective degrees and diplomas and charge them to prove worthy of the respective degrees and diplomas and authorize them to wear the robes ordained as the insignia of the degrees and diplomas. Let the record of the degrees be presented for signature. Let the oath be administered.
I humbly pledge it shall be my constant endeavor to utilize my education with honesty and integrity, to the best of my ability, to uphold the dignity of individual for the glory of the institute, to work in the service of my country and for the betterment of the society.
Let the candidates for the award of medals and prizes be presented.
Respected Chairperson, may I request you to present the President's Gold Medal for obtaining the highest undergraduate CGPA amongst the graduating students of the Bachelor of Technology and Dual Degree programs in the year 2022-23 to Archit Bhubna in absentia. The Director's Gold Medal for the Best All-Rounder amongst the graduating students of the Bachelor of Technology, Integrated Master of Technology, and Dual Degree programs in the year 22-23 has been awarded to Aditya Vimal of Civil Engineering.
So, hello and good morning, everyone. This is a moment of immense pleasure for me to be standing right here in front of you all. From being a student with full of aspirations to now ending my graduation with the Director's Gold Medal. It's been a really long journey, and there have been multiple stakeholders who are reason for this particular growth. So I'd first like to thank my parents and my brother who always backed me and helped me to take various jumps in my career with the assurity that there is a blanket at the bottom. Then comes my friends who never doubted me and always understood me and were always there whenever I needed them. And all this couldn't have been possible without a supportive admin from the director, deans, who always trusted me with the critical projects and always corrected me wherever they felt I was wrong. I will make sure to contribute to this college in the future as well. One small message for all my juniors would be, don't limit your aspirations. Keep your bar very high. Bilkul uncha socho. Sky is the limit. You will be able to achieve your dreams. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma, former President of India, Gold Medal to a student adjusts the best for general proficiency, including character and conduct, excellence in academic performance, extracurricular activities, and social service from amongst all Master of Technology graduating students goes to Dibya Jyoti Sarangi of Master of Technology in Applied Optics in absentia. Perfect 10 Gold Medal for securing a CGPA of 10 out of 10 in PG programs has been awarded to Mahajan Swapnil Dashrath of MTech in Polymer Science and Technology. Ashita Devi Patavi of Master of Science Research in Material Science and Engineering. Narayani Bhatia of Master of Science Research in Electrical Engineering. Respected Chairperson, the Institute silver medals for obtaining the highest CGPA amongst the students graduating under the dual degree programs in their respective disciplines for the year 2022-23 have been awarded to the following. Ishika Verma for the Institute silver medal for obtaining the highest CGPA amongst the students graduating under the Master of Technology in Biochemical Engineering and Biotechnology and Bachelor of Technology in Biochemical Engineering and Biotechnology. Institute Silver Medal for obtaining the highest CGPA amongst the students graduating under the Master of Technology in Chemical Engineering and Bachelor of Technology in Chemical Engineering to Raghav Goyal. Institute Silver Medal for obtaining the highest CGPA amongst the students graduating under the Master of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering and Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering to Rashul Chutani. Institute Silver Medal for obtaining the highest CGPA amongst the students graduating under the Master of Technology in Mathematics and Computing and Bachelor of Technology in Mathematics and Computing to Karthikeya Rai. The Institute Silver Medals for obtaining the highest CGPA amongst the students graduating under the Bachelor of Technology programs in their respective disciplines for the year 2022-23 have been awarded to the following. Institute Silver Medal for obtaining the highest CGPA amongst the students graduating under the Bachelor of Technology in Biochemical Engineering and Biotechnology to Vishantan Kumar. Institute Silver Medal for obtaining the highest CGPA amongst the students graduating under the Bachelor of Technology program in Civil Engineering to Ayush Meena. Institute Silver Medal for obtaining the highest CGPA amongst the students graduating under the Bachelor of Technology program in Chemical Engineering to Vishruta Kathuria. Institute Silver Medal for obtaining the highest CGPA amongst the students graduating under the Bachelor of Technology program in Electrical Engineering to Shreyansh Agrawal. Institute Silver Medal for obtaining the highest CGPA amongst the students graduating under the Bachelor of Technology program in Electrical Engineering, Power and Automation to Parth Manchanda. Institute Silver Medal for obtaining the highest CGPA amongst the students graduating under the Bachelor of Technology program in Mechanical Engineering to Kushal Jignesh Shah. Institute Silver Medal for obtaining the highest CGPA amongst the students graduating under the Bachelor of Technology program in Production and Industrial Engineering to Yuvraj Yadav. Institute Silver Medal for obtaining the highest CGPA amongst the students graduating under the Bachelor of Technology in Mathematics and Computing to Shravan Manish Navandar. Institute Silver Medal for obtaining the highest CGPA amongst the students graduating under the Bachelor of Technology program in Engineering Physics to Paras Sharma. Institute Silver Medal for obtaining the highest CGPA amongst the students graduating under the Bachelor of Technology program in Textile Technology to Akarsh Garg.
Respected Chairperson, I request you to declare the 54th convocation closed.
I am declare the convocation closed. I said I am very happy to declare the convocation open, I'm very happy. But I cannot say I am very happy to declare the convocation closed. I was enjoying the whole thing so much, but everything has to end. I declare the convocation.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय
श्रियमावहाम् लोमशाम् पशुभिः सह स्वाहा आमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहावतु सखनौ भुनक्तु सख वीर्यम् करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः 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 भृगुर्वै वारुणिः वरुणम् पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तस्मायेतत्प्रोवाच अन्नम् प्राणम् चक्षुश्रोत्रम् मनोवाचमिति तगुंहोवाच यतो वाहिमानि भूतानि जायन्ते येन जातानि जीवन्ति यत्प्रयन्त्यभिसम्पिशन्ति तद्विजिज्ञासस्व तद्ब्रह्मेति सतपोतप्यत सतपस्तप्त्वा अन्नम् ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् अन्नाद्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते अन्नेन जातानि जीवन्ति अन्नम् प्रयन्त्यभिसम्पिशन्तीति तद्विज्ञाय पुनरेव वरुणम् पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तगुंहोवाच तपसा ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासस्व तपो ब्रह्मेति सतपोतप्यत सतपस्तप्त्वा प्राणो ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् प्राणाद्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते प्राणेन जातानि जीवन्ति प्राणम् प्रयन्त्यभिसम्पिशन्तीति तद्विज्ञाय पुनरेव वरुणम् पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तगुंहोवाच तपसा ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासस्व तपो ब्रह्मेति सतपोतप्यत सतपस्तप्त्वा मनो ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् मनसो ह्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते मनसा जातानि जीवन्ति मनः प्रयन्त्यभिसम्पिशन्तीति तद्विज्ञाय पुनरेव वरुणम् पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तगुंहोवाच तपसा ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासस्व तपो ब्रह्मेति सतपोतप्यत सतपस्तप्त्वा विज्ञानम् ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् विज्ञानात्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते विज्ञानेन जातानि जीवन्ति विज्ञानं प्रयन्त्यभितं विधन्तेति तद्विज्ञाय पुनरेव वरुणं पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तगं होवाच तपसा ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासस्व तपो ब्रह्मेति स तपोतप्यत स तपस्तत्त्वा आनन्दो ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् आनन्दात्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि
Please be seated. So congratulations once again.